so we're back today working on the pacemaker. We're going to make some new spark plug leads. As you can see, these ones are terrible to say the least. That one's terrible. But first thing we have to do is fit the air cleaner. This track didn't have an air cleaner when we got it. It's been, we've found ourselves one. It goes here, and we obviously don't want to have that in the way of the leads, so we'd rather have that on first. But of course, this tractor being such a bitzer, it's actually got an unstyled cylinder head. There should be a bracket mounted about here to hold the air cleaner in place. So we have the bracket, but this has never had the holes drilled. So we'll have to drill some holes in the head about here and here. I've got some measurements. So that'll be good. Now here we got some new wires, some new wire, and all the ends so we can make some fresh spark plug leads. And we've got the air cleaner, the intake stack, and then that's the pipe that goes from the air cleaner around the back of the engine to the carby. All right, let's start fiddling and see how we go. So the first issue we encounter is this is all a little bit mangled and a bit hard to undo, so I'm going to try and clean up the threads so I can get this apart, and I assume there's probably a bunch of sludge in the bottom of this, so we'll see if we can clean it out before we put it on. Okay, so the air cleaner does not want to come apart. It is fighting us. I got the strap off easy enough, but somewhere in here I'm tipping it's either rusted or just gummed up. You can see I've sort of attacked it a little bit there. I don't want to do too much of that, but I got it in the vise. Hopefully a little bit of effort we can get it apart without doing any damage. Right, so the air cleaner's on. As you can see, once the bonnet is on, it sits sort of here and goes over, and this goes through the hole in the bonnet, and then the pipe goes from here around the back of the block, the cylinder head. I think we actually need to slide the fuel tank back just a little bit to let the pipe go through. Anyway, it comes through here, down on an angle, and then meets the carby, which is down low on the other side. The bowl on the bottom did beat me for now, but I'll get to that. I'll get these spark plug leads made first, and then we'll try something else. Okay, so now we're going to start making the spark plug leads. These are, we're trying to make sort of old school style, similar to what it would have had. So this little end goes over the end of the wire. The wire itself will just poke through the hole. We'll put a dab of solder on the end to stop it coming apart. We'll crimp the sides in with some pliers, and that's the end that goes into the magneto. Now this end, very similar. Once again, fit it over the end, wire comes through the end, we solder it on, and then it, once again, crimp it on, and it just slips on the end of the spark plug, and you do up the little nut and it holds it on there. So I'll start by putting this piece on, and then I will take it over the tractor. We'll measure the length, cut it, and then we can put the spark plug end on. All right, so now we've got our end on. It's not soldered yet, but we put it in its hole, or near enough to, and then we will offer it up to where it needs to go to. So something like that is going to be right. We'll mark it, we'll cut it, and we'll fit the end. So we've got all our new leads made. See, they run nice and neatly. Come out here, there's not a lot of room between the air cleaner and the magneto, but there's not much you can do about it. So come out of there, and the 3 and 4 come out around the back and up to those ones, and obviously 1 and 2 nice and short straight up to there. Haven't hooked the air cleaner up, but we should give it a start to make sure that it's happy. Otherwise, I like to keep making sure it's going to work after doing one thing at a time. Otherwise, you start chasing your tail when it doesn't. So let's give that a go. Good. That. Gear. All right, so we've gone through. We've got the bonnet on now. We've got the air cleaner intake pipe on. Air cleaner is mounted up. We're actually just going to leave this top bracket off because we don't really think it needs it and we don't want to drill into the head. So the pipe goes around the back of the engine. All the spark plug wires are in there. We're just topping some water up because the radiator does leak a little bit. And we're going to try start it again just because we like starting it and running.